Yo ho. What's up? Aw, he lost a Pokemon partner. Oh, it was his first Pokemon too. He'll be waiting for us at the Pokemon League. Look like I just got out of the shower. No, I did just wake up not too long ago, and I just put lotion on my face. I'm a little red in the face. I don't know. I've been drinking plenty of water. I'm not dehydrated. I don't know. It could be the fact that I usually just wear dark colors. It's extremely rare that I ever wear like a lighter color like this. So that might be what's throwing you. I don't know. But we're back with more Pokemon Black today. We're getting really close to the end here. Looks super clear. I think it's really just the camera being crappy. You can't like see all of the blemishes because it's not like a 4K camera. But yeah, we're getting pretty close here to the end. All we really need to do is catch a few more Pokemon and fight the Pokemon League and fight Alder, and then we'll be all wrapped up with this playthrough. It's funny because Pokemon Black and White isn't as long as I remember it. You know, it definitely felt shorter than some other Pokemon games. It also might be one of the shortest in content post-League. I don't know. Thought I bought an Elgato webcam. No, I just got like a cheapo $50 Walmart, Amazon, whatever base cam. That's... I don't even know that it probably doesn't even do 1080p. I don't know. I bought it because it was better than the one I had from the COVID era. But either way, welcome in everybody. Let's get started today because we have a lot to do and a lot to go over. Let's go. I'm gonna ring this bell. So I was up here catching wild Pokemon. We needed to grab Elgahim, I think is how you pronounce that. Tell me I can fly from here. Oh, thank God. Oh, right. PC, please. So, in between episodes, I have done quite a bit of Pokemon catching. let me take you guys on a little tour. Find where he goes first. Okay. Doobie doobie doo. Okay. Give me 1 second. No, I set up a special box or a special screen. There it is. Now you can see it on the big side. Okay. So, we have all the previous Pokemon, starting with our leaf green playthrough that we did a while ago. So we're starting with the leaf green Pokemon, and like I said, what I did is for the version exclusive Pokemon, I pulled them off Fire Red and made eggs of all the Pokemon so that all of them would have our own trainer ID. So at the moment, we currently have everyone. Now there were a few notable exceptions. Obviously with Pokemon like Mew, I couldn't really catch, you can't really catch Mew. So what do? Well, you had to get Mew and Celebi and others through distributions that are no longer available. So I had to resort to the internet to help me fill in the gaps. This Mew is from the Pokemon Ranch software game on the Wii. The rest of the Pokemon were caught by me. Again, these are all going to be event Pokemon that I grabbed off internets. Tired today. Our Kyogre is from our Pokemon Sapphire playthrough. Then Groudon is from my Soul Silver playthrough. So, there were a few moments where we got lucky and we were kind of able to fill in the gaps. The same for these two. One comes from Sapphire and the other comes from Soul Silver. Then Jirachi and Deoxys come from events. But anywho, and then Garchomp is in my party because it knows False Swipe. And this brings us into Gen 5. The Pokemon that are missing here are our party Pokemon that we've been using through the playthrough. We made eggs of these guys to make them legit. I still need to trade to evolve Girder. I still need to go back and catch a second Drillbur. I could have swore I had a Timpole. I guess I need to catch another Timpole. But you can see that I've been working quite diligently to catch everybody. Been doing what I can. And it's almost done. If I could just stop yawning for 2 seconds, that would be great. Okay. And then I went ahead and filled in, I got the 3 that we can't catch. I got them off the internet, so. I also borrowed a doohickey here. Tornadus. Off the internet. Because we need Tornadus in order to get Thundurus and Landorus. So, which is what we're going to be trying to do today. It looks terrible. What's wrong with you? You don't like Legends ZA? How dare you? No, I'll be buying it. Pokemon has its hooks in me. I'm going to buy every Pokemon game regardless. Like this, I'm just kind of stuck. Oh, Pokemon definitely has its hooks in me, and I'll buy every game they release, even if they don't look good or play well. I think it looks really good. I think that people are getting a little too ahead of themselves as far as like, ooh, the whole game takes place in one city. How fun can that be? Just let them cook. They know what they're doing. Kinda. I am a little upset about the leaks, or not leaks, but rumors that we're hearing on social media about Gen 10 being released next year, be a Switch 2 exclusive. I don't care about that. It's just that I thought they were going to stagger the release of Pokemon games going forward. I'm not sick, it's just that the CPAP machine dries me out while I sleep. And then I turn the humidity up for it, and then it's like choking me, so can't find the balance that I need. Why is there a crosshair? Oh, I don't know. I have no idea. I couldn't tell you. I don't know if that's going to be there in the finished product or not. But we don't need 9 generations. That's a matter of opinion. That kind of goes into, people say that about movies too and sequels. Like, we don't need 18 sequels in this franchise. This didn't need to be a franchise. I don't care anymore. I really don't. I just don't care. Companies are going to make the products they're going to make, and I'll just buy what I like and ignore the rest, you know. I'm pretty excited I get excited for every new Pokemon game. And yeah, I really wasn't a big fan of anything post Black and White. They just really didn't have the same spirit. But my biggest complaint about Pokemon to this day is still Scarlet and Violet looked ugly as hell. Gen 2 sucks. Boy, them is fighting words. Me and you gonna fight. Gen 2 was probably the best generation. All right, we're gonna see if we can trigger. There it is. Okay. On. Up you. Damn it. Oh shit, I forgot to do that. See, that's where I disagree. I think Sword and Shield look better than Scarlet and Violet. So I want to say that Tornadus is going to, or Thundurus is going to be level 40. So what we have to do, so we're going to need somebody. Oh, I could have just used you. Damn it. Gen 2 was amazing. I love the music. I love the Pokemon. I love the Johto region. I loved everything about Gen 2. Like I said, Gen 2 will always be my favorite. I know it's Tyler's favorite. Outside of that, it's Gen 1 and then Gen 5. Those are my top 3. Really though, looking back recently, like in the last year with some hindsight, I've really come to the realization that a lot of my opinions are heavily influenced by the opinions of others, especially on social media. So I've kind of been changing my opinions lately. It's I don't know. I don't really hate any of the Pokemon games, honestly. There are some that I like more than others, but hate, nah, not really. Here we go. There he is. Look at him. Or not us. It also has just dawned on me that I meant to get Thunderous, not Tornadus. Okay, yeah, I made a mistake. So what we'll have to do is I'll have to grab Thunderous. This is the one off the internet, right? Yeah, okay. And then here's ours. You hate to use your Master Ball, but he's a roaming Pokemon, and I just don't feel like dealing with that today. We're just gonna throw that Master Ball at his face. Okay. Do 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 do. Let me think. Is there anything else? Da-da-da, da-da-da. Da, 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 da. At this point, I'm just going down a checklist and I'm like, okay, have we done this yet? Have we done this yet? Have we done this yet? You know what we haven't done? We have not checked out the battle subway. Oh, not the power outlet. Well, the good thing is it's water. The sucky thing is you got it on your power outlet. We don't have any battle points. We're just getting started. Hello, sir. We want to battle on the subway. Who would bring him with us? We'll bring Volcarona, Ventula, it's Fire, Electric, Stoutland. You can bring up the 3 Pokemon. Now, I am streaming a little earlier in the day than I have been lately, so we'll see how the internet holds up. The internet was off all night last night, and when I checked the app, it said that they were upgrading the equipment. So I'm hoping... They said they were going to split the node, whatever that means. Hopefully that fixes our internet issues. So, this is the Battle Subway, everybody. It's the Unova region's kind of take on the Battle Tower. I don't think I really ever did much of this. Level 50, and then it auto levels our Pokemon to level 50 as well. Let's hit them with Quiver Dance. Yeah, it auto levels anytime you do Battle Tower stuff in Pokemon. So you really have to focus on two things: typing and strategy. You cannot win with overall power, you know? Case in point. Oh yeah, sorry, I got all wrapped up. Yeah, well, Gen 8 started with Pokemon Sword and Shield. So I loved Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. I thought they were amazing games. People were really butthurt about the motion controls and all that stuff. Cry me a river, people. Pokemon Sword was okay. I've said some pretty harsh things about it in the past, but going back years after its release now and looking at it with some hindsight, I guess I like it okay enough. Sun and Moon was Gen 7. Sun and Moon were okay. They were totally a vibe. I don't know. Like I said, since I started this whole YouTube thing, over the years, I've expressed a lot of opinions that were really just informed by other people's opinions. And I regret that. I really do. I regret not coming on here and telling you what I like and what I don't like, instead of just regurgitating other people's opinions. Motion controls, your favorite controls? No. According to Game Freak, the Let's Go games are considered mainline canon games, although they are remakes of Red, Blue, and Yellow, or Yellow more specifically. I'm not a big fan of motion controls. Here's the thing. Motion controls are okay if the game exists solely for motion controls. Think like Wii Sports. Then I don't mind the motion controls. But if you're trying to shoehorn the motion controls in a game just because Nintendo says you need to, because it's their current gimmick, I don't like that. And that happened with a lot of Wii games. It happened with the DS and the touchscreen. Nintendo was like, well, if you're going to put a game out on our console, we kind of insist you use the gimmick of that console. Not great. But, what can you do? Poor little Trubbish. Ooh. You held on by a hair. I'm gonna fly. Even though we're in a subway train. Quadloon. Now, if you think we don't need 9 generations of Pokemon, you better hold on to your hat. Because recently the Game Freak, or the Pokemon Company International, said that their plan is to keep Pokemon going for at a minimum of 100 years. They're going to try to keep the franchise relevant long after you and I are dead. Now that business model may change as the world around us change. Who knows? But in the meantime, I'm just kind of along for the ride, you know? There was kind of a point where, you know, they did have to say we can't keep up anymore as far as like the national decks in every game, because we're well over 1,000 Pokemon at this point. So yeah, 100 generations. Well, there's not a new generation every year, so thankfully. Relish. Do 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 do. Aww. He's mussing me up with Flash. Mm. Mm. Not Bubble Beam. Time. It's Galvantula time. So, the subway system in Black and White is kind of fun. Like I said, it serves as a battle tower. Each train car is a different style of battling. So you have single battles, double, triple, rotation. All the battling styles are here. You just board different train cars to battle different trainers. Because there's an entire subway system underneath Unova. You know, in the same way that there is like in New York or whatever. I don't remember what you get for finishing the battle subway stuff. I know that there are 2 bosses of the underground subway battle stuff. I don't know that we'll get to meet them. But our journey is going to kind of keep us going, you know. We're not going to just sit here and do the battle subway stuff for 80 episodes in a row. It's not why we're here. The good thing is you do get to heal after every battle. You can rest, retire. We whoop somebody's ass and we move on to the next train car. Ooh, Larvesta. Amnesia. Crap. You can keep using these bug Pokemon if you want, but I have the type advantage. I can use flying attacks or I can use fire attacks. Oh, you used a berry to weaken the damage. Look at you. La-ti-da. Carablast and Shelmet are, I think we have a Carablast and a Shelmet in the PC box, but I need to catch 2 more and evolve them. Of course, you know, to evolve them, you have to trade one with the other. So... Pokemon Misty Orange. I've never heard of that one. Yeah. That sucks when the ROM hacks that you're playing keep crashing. Epic. I don't know how many trainers we're supposed to battle. I don't, like I said, I don't think I ever finished the battle subway stuff. Damn it. Oh, it wasn't a ROM hack, it was just something somebody made. Scrappy. Or Scraggy. I think Scrappy. Scraggy. You're part dark type, right? Thought so. Got this back scratcher that I've had for years. It's a terrible back scratcher. It just doesn't do the job. Like the fingers aren't curled enough. But I own it. It sits here at my desk. I usually keep it in my desk drawer, but sometimes I take it out, play with it when I need something to fidget with. And today I need something to fidget with. Because I am tired. And I need to keep my brain occupied. Mentino! I do appreciate that they're not using fully evolved Pokemon to kick my ass. Can a Pikachu breed with a Raichu? Yeah, they can. You can actually, I think you can breed Pokemon, different Pokemon evolutions. Baby Pokemon, however, such as Pichu, cannot breed. So you cannot breed Riolu, Pichu, Togepi, Igglybuff, Cleffa. None of those will make eggs. But you could put a Pikachu and a Raichu in the daycare and get a Pichu egg. It works with any Pokemon, Clefairy, Clefable, Ivysaur, or like Venusaur and Bulbasaur. It still works. But, but you still just get the, anytime you breed, you still get the base evolution egg. Unless you're just generalizing of like what would it look like in theory. Probably some of those terrible fan Fakemon that you see on social media, which I'm not a fan of. I don't like Fakemon. That's why I don't play ROM hacks that use Fakemon. I only like official Pokemon. Which my friends have given me shit over that in the past. They're like, well, that's stupid. I'm sorry. Everybody has their preferences. Mine is that I just like the official Pokemon. When we rebattle the Elite Four, it's going to be tough because they're all going to be in their 70s. What do you mean? Normal Pokemon with different skin. You mean like a Pikachu with Raichu's colors or something like that, maybe? That would be a neat little mechanic. That would take a lot, though. From a programming standpoint, that'd be a lot. Let me look something up real quick. Let me ask. I'm gonna do voice to. I'm gonna do voice to text real quick on my phone. How many trainers do you fight in the battle subway in Pokemon Black? Seven trainers in a row per round. Oh, shit. After you beat 7 trainers, you can either quit and claim your battle points or keep going and build a win streak. If you get far enough, usually after 20 consecutive wins in normal lines or 48 consecutive wins in super lines, you'll fight special bosses like the subway bosses Ingo and Emmett. So we'd have to sit here and do 20 battles, folks. Do we really want to sit here and do 20 battles? That'll take all day. All right, you're parked ground. Thunderbolt's not going to do anything. Derpy. Derp, 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 derpy. Derp, 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 derp. Well, see, that's the thing, though. Tears of the Kingdom is a Nintendo first-party game. Pokemon is made by Game Freak. Game Freak's not really that good at making video games. Game Freak kind of sucks. Like, they're good at this. They're not good at world building and full-on console games, you know? Not in the least. Yay! So, if you guys can't tell, and I'm pretty sure you can, yeah, there's a lot of grinding to be had. I'm not sure how that works. I don't think Nintendo outright owns Pokemon. They might have some stake in the Pokemon Company. Yeah, I don't know exactly how that works. Here's the subway map, by the way. Oh yeah, I forgot about Detective Pikachu. We should play that one day. Let me take you guys to a little place called Anvil Town. As you know, this is a local train to Anvil Town. Isn't it just so cute? This one's a little slow and heavy when it runs. The whole train sways. The train car is the same model as a single train. Because it is an old train car, I hear the maintenance is hard. But it's the one I always ride because I loved it as a kid. I like trains. I don't think I've ever been on a train. I've been on like little mini trains. I think they had like a little miniature train at the zoo when I was a kid, and I think I rode that, but it's not the same. I've never rode a train. I want to badly. There's a lot of little things in life that I've never experienced. I've never been on a plane, train, helicopter, boat. The only boat that I've ever been on is one of those little paddle boats that house 1 to 2 people. And you pedal out on the lake. That's it. So, there's a lot of experiences in life that I'm missing out on. Detective Pikachu was a 3DS game, yes. They did make a sequel. I don't remember what console it was on. I want to say 3DS, but it might have been Switch. You'd have to Google it, because I don't know. Yeah, it feels like the sequel may have been a Switch game. I don't remember. I hear they're really good. I don't really know much about them. I did watch the Detective Pikachu movie. I thought that was fun. Rare candies! Just don't fall off. I hope they do another Detective Pikachu movie. It was fun. Yeah, there's not a lot to Anvil Town. It's just kind of this peaceful little place at the end of the road, the end of the tracks. I think it's a hub for all of the subway cars, like a switch station, if you will. It's nice to visit, but like I said, there really just isn't much here to do in the long run. So, what we're going to do is we're going to go and catch Landorus. But before we can do that, I need to fix the mistake I made. So Tornadus and Thundurus are each a version exclusive, one on black, one on white. We went ahead and caught our Tornadus, so I need to grab Thundurus and put it and inject it into my game with like a save editor. It'll take 2 seconds, but I'm going to take a break, get that done, and when we come back from the break, we'll go after Landorus. Sit tight, folks. Okie dokie, we are back. Up the train. Head back to civilization. Dun, 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 dun. All right. Now, who did we teach waterfall and surf and everything to? Oh, all right, we taught surf to you. Oh, I remember. Our little fish friend. I just gotta find her. There you are. Surf and waterfall. Are you guys still with me? I don't know what level it'll be. That's a very good question. Ooh, technical machine. Well, now we're broke. TMs are always so expensive. I don't know why. Dun, 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 doo, 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 doo. Here we go. I should probably use a rappel if we're going to be surfing across the water. Yeah. I should have bought some more rappel while I had money. We'll save when we get up there to the top of the area too, but we'll save here now as well. Just in case. You never know what might happen. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Move, kid. Ooh. If you wreck Great Landorus's little shrine, it'll cause a bad storm. That's not true. That Pokemon brings bad windstorms is a different Pokemon. No, silly. You've got it wrong. It's a shrine for Great Landorus. It punished a Pokemon that did a bad thing. If you wreck the shrine, it can't punish that stormy Pokemon if it comes back. But that doesn't make any sense. If a Pokemon does a bad thing, Great Landorus will come to help us, whether it has a shrine or not. You're the silly one. No, you're the silly one. Hey, wait. This little shrine is dedicated to a Pokemon called Landorus. They say that when Tornadus and Thunderous were whipping up storms that damaged houses and fields all over the Unova region, Landorus made them stop. That's a story from way long ago, when my grandpa was a little boy. So if Tornadus and Thunderous come here again, Great Landorus may come back. Is Digimon a ripoff of Pokemon? Yes and no. That's what my grandpa told me. I like to think Digimon is doing its own thing. It definitely was born as kind of a quote-unquote ripoff of Pokemon. But then a lot of people have said Pokemon's a ripoff of stuff like Monster Rancher, and I forgot what it is, but there's some other IP. It's one of those things where that's not an easy yes or no question to answer, you know what I mean? Tornadus and Thunderous are struggling inside their Pokeballs. That makes 3 of us. Oh, there he is. Big bad boy. Look at him. Dun, 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 dun. What should we hit it? Level 70. Good Jesus. I thought he was going to be 40. Well, no wonder he could put the other 2 in their place. Time to waste some Pokeballs. Oh, it knows Fisher. Oh. We didn't even get 1 boop out of it. Can Fisher even work on Volcarona since it's flying? Up in the air? Hovering? Like an angel? Yeah. Not even a single boop. Yeah, Rock Slide will do the thing though. Well. Don't you go fainting now. Oh, we did nothing. Oh, we did no damage. Ball. Womp womp. It doesn't affect me. Damn. I just want 1 boop. I just want to see us make the progress of getting 1 boop in. Ow. Okay. Garbodor. Garb odor. Oh, shit. Shit. I can't believe he got me. Well, you only have, what, 5 fishers and most of them are going to miss? So what? That's not what I meant to do, but okay. As long as I have enough Pokemon to get, you know, stay in the battle. Ultra Ball this Joker. Hey, we got a poop! Still don't know how Earthquake affects something flying, but pop off, sis. Max potion. With your Katamari Damacy reroll fucking headgear. He does look like the Katamari guy. We need to play reroll. I have it on Steam. I just still haven't gotten around to it because every stream I do is Pokemon. Now let's try to get 2 boops. Fuck me, he managed to land Fisher twice. Dude. Yeah, I kind of figured he was going to start spamming Earthquake. I wonder if I could bring those 2 here, trigger his appearance, go back to the Pokemon Center, fix my team, come back, and then fight him. Do you think he would still be sitting there? Do you think I could kind of cheat it that way? You know? I wonder. I think he's out of fishers. At least I hope he is. Not that Rock Slide's not going to do a tremendous amount of damage, see? You're a butthole. Shit, I don't have any timer balls. That's what we need. We can't even get past 1 boop. All the healing that I'm having to do. Earthquake has a decent amount of PP, so he's just gonna keep spamming that. Ooh, we got 3 boops. 3 boops. Watch us not get 1 now. Bust out immediately. Hold ya. Faint Elamaho phone number. My level 5 aluminum. I mean, who can I use that you're not going to faint immediately? Because you're a piece of shit. Can I not get a crit catch? He liked it enough to give it a boop. This is a 3 boop restaurant. Go. Stupid ultra ball. Nope. All right, we might have to go to the Pokemon Center and come back. Yep. All right, we'll be right back. We'll hit you with Heat Wave. Shit, I was looking at my phone. What happened? What'd he hit me with? You know what? Go, Vaporeon! How about you suck a turd? You eat surf, bitch. Fuck. Try this again. Heat Wave. Well, see, now I can't attack you again because we'll go ahead and waste this stupid Premier Ball. I just don't like the Premier Balls. They're my least favorite. Earthquake. Oh, damn. Sandstorm got me. Eat Flash. God damn it. I hate you. Yeah, I definitely recommend finishing those up. Like I said, a lot of people didn't like the motion controls for Let's Go, but I think people are full of themselves these days. There was nothing wrong with that game. Track ought to slow you down a peg. But yeah, if you haven't finished Sword, finish that too. You got a lot of Pokemon games to finish before the new stuff comes out. You know, and like we were talking about earlier today, I don't know. I feel like I was trained from a very early age to like the capture mechanics because I was born in 1984. The Ghostbuster film came out in theaters in 1984. So for the first 5 years of my life, if not more, everything was Ghostbusters. I was obsessed with it. It was in the limelight socially. The social zeitgeist was just Ghostbusters, Ghostbusters, Ghostbusters. And, you know, the whole thing was use the proton pack and the gun to kind of lasso the ghost, open the trap, bring them down into the trap. And then, roughly 15 years later, Pokemon comes out. And, you know, you're throwing Pokeballs, little capsules, at monsters to capture them. And then it's just been, you know, ongoing from there. Do I remember Oh, I used to love Blockbuster. I am so sad Blockbuster's gone. Yeah, we used to go rent movies and games from Blockbuster all the time. I mean, I get why they closed them all down, you know, the digital age and everything, but man, I miss it. Just let me know when them ads are over. Hot damn. Land visited by Landorus grants such bountiful crops that it has been hailed as the guardian of the fields. Yatta! We got him. We got him, folks. We got him. The ads are over. After Blockbuster, I kind of just stopped talking and waited for the ads to be over. Yeah, we used to go to Blockbuster like it was weird because you go to Blockbuster and like there's 5 copies of the same movie on the shelf, if not more copies, because the movie just came out. But then you go over and look in the other sections and everything's divided by horror, sci-fi, you know, there are the different categories. The older a movie is, the less copies of it they had. And then sometimes you get frustrated because you would rent a tape and the tape was so old and so worn out from so many viewings that you'd get home, you'd find out the tape was messed up, then you'd have to get in your car, drive all the way back to Blockbuster, tell them the tape was messed up, and then they wouldn't have another copy, so you wouldn't get to watch what you wanted to watch. You had to pick something else. That happened to me the first time I wanted to watch the original 70s version of Texas Chainsaw Massacre. So I rented the VHS tape, I brought it home, and when I put it in, the tape just split right in half. And it's because it was so worn out and so old. And they didn't have another copy. And then, you know, I remember when DVDs came in, it was still a crapshoot because people didn't take care of the discs. So a lot of times you would go to rent a movie from Blockbuster, get it home, and the disc just wouldn't play because people didn't take care of them and scratched them, and it was very annoying. But that didn't actually happen as often as you might think it did. Most of the time they worked fine. It really sucked when they didn't. Games you had better luck with because everything was cartridges. You just rent the cartridge, come home and play it. I really didn't rent as many video games. Tyler kind of was the one who rented games mostly. I was the movie guy. He was the video game guy. I remember the most I ever remember us renting was like during the 64 era. Every Friday night, you know, I would go stay at his house, and then we go rent a game to play that night, you know. And we had it until I think you had it for what, 2 or 3 days. I don't remember how long you could rent a game for, but yeah, I was never really big on the renting. You go. Vaporeon. But it was definitely a vibe. The smell of the store, the terrible carpet, and all the annoying people walking around there, unbathed and unshowered and unkempt. There were no cell phones to look anything up. You couldn't go into Blockbuster and be like, I wonder what the deal is with this movie. You could flip it over and read the back of the box, but the back of the box was always going to be biased. You know, it was going to only tell you the good things about the movie. You know, it was a weird, like by today's standards, looking back, I guess it really was a weird point. But there's one Blockbuster left. Is it in Oregon? I thought it was in Alaska. I said Alaska. I don't know. You'd have to Google it. But I do remember Redbox being a thing. I never rented from the Red Boxes. At that point, I had already learned how to torrent movies and stuff on the internet. I never did the Redbox stuff. Netflix was funny. I never did Netflix either. Netflix, when it first started, would mail you a disc. So you had to go to their website, select a movie or two or a game or whatever. They would send it through snail mail. You'd watch it, put it in its little envelope, and mail it back. Today, you just go to Netflix's app or website and you can watch a shit ton of stuff streaming. But yeah, back in the day, you had to wait on a physical disc to come in the mail. Okay. Save. Should probably heal first too. So what we need to do now, some of it I'll do on screen, some of it I'll do off screen. So let's do a quick rundown. We do need to go take a look at the musical stuff. Or not, I don't really give a shit. We just really need to tackle the Elite Four one more time. And we could probably do that in one sitting, one stream. And that's kind of all that's left for this playthrough. So maybe streaming this game one more day ought to do it. But I would very much like to try and finish the Pokédex first, because there is one thing that we get to do. There's a secret in this game. There's an Easter egg in Pokemon Black and White if you 100% your Pokédex. And I would very much like to show you guys that Easter egg. So what we'll do is I'm going to work on the Pokédex off stream because it's really tedious. It's a lot of hatching eggs and just running back and forth till the egg hatches. I'll work on that tonight if I have time, and then we might come back in tomorrow and then, you know, finish up this playthrough completely, hopefully. But with that, I think we're going to wrap things up for today. That was a fun trip down memory lane, Blockbuster, Netflix and stuff. Trying to think. Obviously, our next Pokemon adventure will be Pokemon X. I already set everything up. All we have to do is just sit down and start it one day. Other than that, that's going to do it for me. Ending stream already. I've been live for an hour and a half. Remember, I don't do 5-hour streams. I come on for an hour or two and I'm done. That's about all I got in me because I got other stuff to do. But yeah, I'll be back tomorrow. I should be back every day this week, I hope. Well, see, 3 hours is what I would really like to go to, but I'm just too tired. I'm exhausted. I stayed up last night working on a project and it wore me out. But anyway, I gotta run. I'll see you guys back here tomorrow. See you, folks.